Abot feature files, understanding the contents of a generic feature file. The Abot Test Bench Orchestrator has a rich set of 4G and 5G use cases which are presented as feature files. In this video, we would explain the structure of a generic feature file from the Abot 5G suite and understand the steps of this feature file execution. An Abot feature file starts with a feature name representing the 3GPP generic procedure this feature file represents, followed by a scenario name representing the specific 3GPP scenario for that procedure. The Abot feature file is structured into a series of given, when, then constructs which represents the logical preconditions of the feature file execution in English. Now we would touch upon the principal structures which are present in a feature file. One of the preconditions that Abot verifies is reading up the EPC messages.xml. The EPC messages.xml in the selected text is an XML schema of all 3GPP messages supported in the Abot suite. Before the feature file starts, Abot verifies that all messages present in the feature file body are present in the EPC messages.xml. Apart from this, if Abot is connected to an external vendor's EPC or inode, then it can SSH into this inode and trigger SUT, that is system under test specific native commands, to start up the feature file execution. An Abot feature file can run as a load test or as a functional test. If load switch is on in configuration, it becomes a load test. When an Abot feature file is run as a load test, then the load specific parameters like number of subscribers, concurrency, as well as the interfaces supported in the messages of the call flow needs to be specified in the load grammar. The dependency grammar precondition. It is possible to call a feature file within a feature file with the help of the dependency grammar precondition in Abot. For example, the ng setup request procedure is a must for 5G registration to happen. That's why it is called here as a dependency. Although dependency grammar usage is optional, it serves to make the feature file body more compact and logical. The Abot feature file uses two types of variables defined in subvars to fulfill two important objectives. In case of subvars, maintaining uniformity of value of i's across feature files so that variables changed in one place is reflected everywhere in the feature file. And in case of saved variables, variables saved in the then statement is saved in the node to be validated and reused. For example, variable ranUngap ID is picked from the subvars if Abot is the gnode, and if Abot is from an external vendor, it is saved in the then statement of the vendor gnode initial UE message to be referred to in the feature file body. Making feature files more readable with the help of hotkeys. Call flow verification is very easy in Abot and takes less time when the user uses hotkeys. A list of hotkeys is shown in the screen. Pressing Ctrl plus Alt plus K would hide all parameters, making the individual messages visible only as shown in the screen. Pressing Ctrl plus Alt plus L shows the feature file in original view. Searching is easy with Ctrl plus F, with F3 searching the next keyword and Shift plus F3 the previous keyword. Abot configuration and when then grammar. Abot feature files can be run in simulated mode or can be interoperated with a third-party vendor node referred to as the SUT, that is system under test. Let us view the Abot configuration to understand this. There are two distinct lists in the Abot configuration. The simulator list, this refers to the nodes that run as Abot simulators, and the SUT list, this refers to the nodes which belongs to the external vendors. Going back to the feature file, the when grammar represents the 3GPP messages which Abot simulates and sends towards the SUT. The then grammar validates the messages with the parameters received from the SUT. If an expected message is not received, Abot throws an error which can be easily identified in the log file in artifacts. Please note that Abot can run optionally in all simulator mode also without connecting to SUT. With this, we come to the end of this presentation on Abot feature files. Please do contact the Rebecca representative for further details.